What's good, nation? Chef Mike's back. Today we got a special guest coming to us. We'll get to meet her later. So first thing we're going to start with today is our blackened salmon salad. We're going to do a watermelon and jicama salad to go with the blackened salmon. So we're going to kind of go through a couple stages. I'll show you how to make the dressing. We're going to do a fresh lemon vinaigrette. We're also going to do the salmon with jicama. We got some cucumber, red onion, some cilantro. It's going to bring some flavor into that spring mix. And then I also made a fresh blackening seasoning, which a couple things in here. I'll tell you what's in there, but you can kind of test your own. I got a little cayenne pepper, some paprika, some lemon pepper, some Italian seasoning, some onion and garlic powder. So you can kind of do your own seasoning. They do make a lot of different seasonings. I kind of experiment with mine. I like to keep mine a little bit more milder. Some people like their blackened seasoning very hot. I don't like to take away from the seasoning of the fish or the flavor of the fish. So today we're using fresh Atlantic salmon I just picked up today from the marketplace at Albertsons, local. So we'll start off with doing our dressing. So I want to get this refrigerated. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to put a little bit of Dijon mustard in there. Then we're going to go on with some honey. These are kind of our binders. These are going to help everything go together really well. Then we always got to use a little bit of vinegar. So I'm just using some white vinegar. If you have apple cider vinegar, you can use that as well. I'm just going to use a little splash. We are going to use some fresh lemon as well, so don't need too much of the vinegar. We're going to use a little bit of lemon zest. So with the zester, we got one of these guys here. Just going to go through here, cut up some zest, and I'm going to chop it up a little finer. Watch out with that. I don't want the sticker. Take that guy off there. This gives it a nice fresh flavor when you're putting it on the salmon. Lemon and salmon go really well together. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get another one. We got two of them here. So take the sticker out. And I'm just going to go through here. And we're going to chop it up here. Just going to add that right into here. So we're going to use one of the lemons here. We're going to juice it. Smells good already. This is a great salad for anyone that's on a diet of any sort. Salmon's really good source of protein for you. It's not too fatty. It's got a little essential fats that you need. So I like it. I like to eat it a lot. So I'm going to mix this up really good. And like I said, that mustard in there is going to help emulsify this dressing here. So I'm just going to mix that up. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. This is just a taste. A bit of black pepper. And then got some avocado oil. Just like any vinaigrette, you kind of just want to slowly drizzle in the olive oil or the oil, the avocado oil. Just whisk it together. And like I said, we're going to stick this inside of our refrigerator and let it sit for a little bit and get nice and chill for our salad. Perfect. And this will make enough dressing for at least 2 or 3 salads. Vinaigrettes are pretty light. I mean, most of the time you're just going to put a little dash on there just to bring out all the flavors. So I'm going to taste it now, make sure I got enough seasoning in there. And it's absolutely perfect, just like I thought. Anyways, what we're going to do now, we're going to chop up some stuff. I'll be right back. I'm going to run this in the fridge and we'll be back in a second. All right, guys, we're back. So we're gonna get the salmon out here. Like I said, I got 2 beautiful fillets here. They're about 4 to 6 ounce fillets. We're gonna get the season on them before we start cutting our salad mix. And with blackening seasoning, like I said, depending on how extreme it is, you kind of want to be careful because some blackening seasonings are very strong. So we don't want to go too much. But I like, this one's a little milder. So this brings out a lot of flavor of the salmon here too. So just gonna put that on there nice and even. Set these aside, put them over here. Get some oil hot real quick and we'll be right back. All right guys, now we're gonna go into some cutting here. So I got some half and half spring mix blend with a little baby spinach. So we're gonna go in the bowl here. I put enough in there for a couple salads. I got 2 here. All right. And then we're gonna go on with some red onion. The red onion you want to cut pretty fine. Nothing worse than getting a salad and having a big old chunk of red onion in your mouth. So I like to cut it pretty fine. So go in there. Perfect. Toss those in there. There. Okay, then we got some jicama. Jicama's pretty delicious. It's kind of a, if I had to describe it, it's kind of like almost like a potato, but it takes on a lot of flavor. So I like using it in this dish. It's one of those things that a lot of people don't know about. So I like experimenting. I'm sure, I don't know if Cass has had this before, but she's gonna be ready for it. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna cut here. Okay. Some of that jicama in there. One thing about the jicama too, it takes on any flavor, so the vinaigrette's gonna be delicious on this jicama. This one's actually really good too. Pretty surprised. Perfect. And I'm gonna chop up some cilantro. Fresh cilantro goes awesome with the salmon. You don't have to worry about putting too much in there because you got arugula and all kinds of other greens in here, mustard greens that are, there's a lot of flavor in there, so you don't have to worry about that. So I'm just gonna toss that around a little bit. Perfect. And I got a cucumber here we're gonna use. So go on the sides here. We're gonna take the seeds out of this guy, so we're just gonna go down the middle here. You can do it a couple ways. I like to cut it out. Just come down the middle here. Be careful. You can pull them right out in one shot. Or you can take a spoon and kind of just go like down the middle here and kind of scrape it. Makes a little bit more mess like that, so that's why I like to just clean chop it out of there. Just pop those seeds right out. Okay, and we're just gonna chop it up here. Cucumber and salmon go really well together as well. Used to do a cucumber and dill sauce that would go on the top of my salmon. So cucumber is really bright and it's gonna give some good freshness to the salad. Perfect. All right, so we're good there. Now for the watermelon. When you're picking watermelons, just make sure you get something that has, like this one right here, has a nice little sunspot on there. that usually is nice and ready ripe. You don't want to get one that's not like that, because then it's not going to be sweet. This one should be nice and sweet. Oh yeah, that looks beautiful. And we got a melon baller here, so we're going to put some melon balls in here. So I'm going to do a few of these and we'll be back just like that. Pop a couple of those in there. And we'll be back here shortly. Blacking some salmon. So like I said, we're blackening these salmon so that we want to get this oil nice and hot. We went in with some avocado oil. Make sure we got some temperature there. We want to get a nice sear on these. Well, that's perfect. That's what you want to hear. Can't leave the bottom unseasoned, so we're just going to throw a little bit on there too. So we're going to cook these for about, let's say 2 minutes per side, and then flip them over. They should be done. They're not too, these don't take very long to cook, so you don't want to overcook them. They usually tell you when they're starting to cook. They usually a little bit of white would come out just a little bit, so you'll see that. But we'll cook these for a few minutes and I'll flip them over, and then we'll be back here shortly to assemble the salad. Oh yeah, that's what you want to see, that blackened color. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to get some of this dressing. We just pull out of the fridge, toss it around on here. So a little bit of this dressing goes a long way, so we're not going to put too much. Nothing worse than having an overdressed salad. Just going to get in there with our hands, toss this around. And at this point, use a little bit of salt and pepper for the salad. Let's get a little seasoning. Toss that around here. Okay, so we're going to go onto our plate here. Cucumbers, where'd my cucumbers go? There you are. These melon balls. Boy, the watermelon sure looks good. I'll put a lot of those on here. So, build a nice little bed for these salmon. I'm excited to have Cass try this because she says she really loves salmon, so we're gonna go ahead and see what she thinks of this one. So got that there. Let me get our salmon out. Piece of that blackened salmon there. Here for a second, and we're going to drizzle some of this beautiful vinaigrette over the top of this. So that lemon here, this little lemon twist in the center there, a little bit of some fresh chopped up cilantro. On top there. All right, so we got it all assembled, so I'm gonna give us a couple minutes. I'm gonna go grab Cass and we'll be right back for a tasting. We're back. We got Cassandra Henry here. How you doing, Cass?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming out today. I did make a nice little salad for you today. So a little history between me and Cass. Cass is actually one of my favorite realtors in the world. This house is actually brought to me by her. So her and her husband are really good friends of mine, and Dave was in one of our shows already when we did the tacos for the troops. So Cass, tell us a little bit about yourself. What you been up to?
Well, real estate's been really busy. So I have J&O Realty with Keller Williams Realty for about 9 years. And I get to meet amazing people like this guy who make me amazing food because I'm starving. And I'm also Mrs. Idaho United States 2021. And I'm a published children's book author as well. So I always keep busy, a lot going on, but you should always make time for good food and good friends. And this guy knows how to do both.
Oh, thank you. Well, Cass, let's dig in. I know you're hungry, so go ahead and take your time and get some of that salmon there.
Oh, excited. Should take a little bit of everything.
I would do salmon with a little bit of that watermelon. Oh, man. Okay. Yes, that watermelon's definitely the hit today, that salmon. So the nice thing about the watermelon, it kind of cools down the heat from the salmon itself, which is nice. And then you got that nice vinaigrette that kind of goes on the veggies. So.
And this jicama here, I don't see people put it in salads very often.
You know, and that's the one thing I liked about it, because it's, like I said, it's kind of one of those transverse things. You can put it in something and you can use it. I use it in a lot of pico de gallos, believe it or not. It's really good. Yeah, you can make it in your fish tacos. It comes out amazing as well when you make a nice little slaw.
I'm so sad you're not tasting this right now. That's all I have to say. This is absolutely just magic in your mouth right here. Oh. It's incredible. It is so good. Are you going to try some?
Oh, I'm going to eat some here in a second. But like I said, thanks for coming out, guys. Like I said, we're going to keep them coming. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you, Cass, for coming out again. Like I said, if you want to be on one of these shows, hit me up. You know how to hit me up. If you've been on one of either my Facebook page or Instagram, you got all ways to reach me. So if you can't reach me, you're lying.
That's
Anyways,
right.
We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you so much.